everybody, welcome back to Coffee and Cosmetology with me, your slightly rude stylist. Today, the myth I am addressing is the one that everybody thinks is true, and it is, I can just totally do my hair at home. I can just watch TikTok or YouTube, and like there's plenty of tutorials out there. I can just do my own hair. No, you can't. That's the biggest myth I've ever heard in my entire life. And I'm gonna kind of combine this myth with a little bit of education / discussion. So you should always let a licensed professional do your hair. And I have seen plenty of examples that justifies this. Now, I will say, yes, I understand. There are licensed cosmetologists out there who work in salons and they just do whatever they want and they end up doing a bad job. That is unfortunate. That stems from complacency, which means they also just don't take any real continuing education. Most of us, we are part of like professional groups and professional forums, and so every day we basically get continuing education because, like I've said before, in this industry, things are changing every single day. There's new techniques that come out and a whole bunch of crazy stuff. It's crazy, y'all. Like I've seen hairstylists which this is disgusting, but they like burn people's hair. So that's how they give people haircuts. I would never ever do that. That's insane. But anyways, so you can't and you should not do your hair at home. One, because you can't see what we see when we are behind the chair. When we're behind your head and we're cutting your hair or we're highlighting your hair, you can't see it. And as many of y'all want to say, well, I just have a whole bunch of mirrors set up and I can see the back. Nope, it's not the same. You still cannot see from the same angles that we can see from. So the last video I put out was about, this little girl from Sally's who thought she knew what she was doing. And I told you guys she tried to cut her own hair after watching a TikTok video, and then I had to fix it because it looked like a weird mullet. And again, that's because you can't see what we see from behind the chair, and you just will not ever be able to hold your own hair at the same angles that we can hold it at. It might look like it's the same, but it is not. Not to mention, I've said this before, the things that we learn, it's all about angles for hair cutting. It's still all about angles for highlighting. And we have the knowledge, you guys. So, it's never gonna be the same. And I told that same little girl when she said she did cut her own hair after watching a TikTok video. I said, us in here, we are cutting specialists and none of us even cut our own hair. That's insane. I would never try to do it. I don't know why you tried. I don't know why anybody tries. But there's plenty of fail videos out there of just people trying to cut their own bangs. And that's a super simple, for us, it's a super simple thing to do. And it has to do with tension and us knowing that the more you pull down on it when you cut the hair, the more it's gonna bounce back up. And people just don't think about stuff like that. But those are all things that we have to think about every single second we are doing your hair. The same goes for color and blonding. You can't see the back of your head. So sure, it might look nice in the front, what you see, but what everyone else sees when they're walking behind you is all jacked up and you end up looking like a friggin' cheetah with spots on the back of your head. And then after it's too late, after you have already colored or lightened in the back of your head, and now you got bleed spots and cheetah spots everywhere, well, now you got to go to a salon anyways, and then it's a color correction, which is super expensive. It's like $100 to $150 an hour. Sometimes it's $200 an hour. It depends on what salon you go to. But anyways, just let the licensed professionals do your hair. And the reason I bring up licensed professional, and I still recommend you go to a salon, but if you're gonna go to someone who's working out of their house, first of all, in Texas at least, that is illegal unless they have a legit salon set up in their house. That's fine. But there are regulations for someone to have a legitimate home salon, okay? It has to look and be set up like a real salon. But if someone's just doing your hair in the kitchen and they don't have a license, guess what? They're just like you guys, and they probably just got their education from YouTube and TikTok, and that is a bad idea, okay? So, long story short, it is a myth that you can do your own hair at home. There are some hairstylists who do their own hair at home. And yes, they do cut their own hair. And sure, it looks okay, but it's still not gonna look as good as if someone else did it. I'm sorry to tell you guys, it looks choppy. I've never seen a nice blended haircut on a hairstylist who cut their own hair at home, okay? Sorry to tell you guys. So I understand, like I said, that there are a lot of stylists out there who work in salons who don't do a good job because they think they know, and that's very unfortunate, and I'm sorry if that has ever happened to you guys. It's happened to me, and I didn't know any better. It was way before I went to cosmetology school, so I didn't know. I didn't understand that she didn't really know what she was doing. So yeah, I've been burned too, you guys, but that's the whole point of these videos, is to let you know I know what you're going through, and I know what you're thinking, and I know all these things. But the point is, please do your best to find something that fits your budget and someone who does what you want them to do, not do what they want to do all the time, and who also don't really know what they're doing because they don't keep up with continuing education. They don't practice enough. And being in this industry, you guys, we have to practice at home. That's just how it goes. If you want to try a new technique or new placements for foils or whatever, please try it at the house first, on a mannequin, not on a real person, okay? Because if it doesn't turn out, you're effed. Anyways, that's really all I have for you guys today. So I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.